Hi everyone, it's Marisha and welcome to my creative diary. Today is day 5 of my 2020 holiday card series. Products featured in today's video are Fawn's small stitched rectangle stackables, Woodland Critter Huggers Winter add-on, Gingerbread Friends, Say Cheese Again, Mini Snowflakes, and Scripty Mary. Let's get started. Using my Sizzix Big Shot machine, I went ahead and cut out 3 large and 3 small frames. I want dimension on the front of this card, so I'm going to stack these 3 using my adhesive glue. Now, I love adding 3D elements and dimensions to my cards. However, I am really careful with how far I'll go because you can get to the point where it could be a little bit excessive and the cards can begin to look bulky. So I'm just really careful with how far I'll go when I add dimensions to my cards. Now it's time to bring in my sentiment. I'm going to repeat the same process, except this time I cut out 4 Marys instead of 3, and I'm going to stack them using my Ultra Bond adhesive glue as well. Now this card is super easy to make. It is actually part 2 to the day 4 holiday card that I presented on last week. All you're doing is cutting your elements, stacking them, and placing them on your card. It is just that easy. Now that I'm done with my sentiment, I'm going to place it to the side and I'm going to bring in my card base, which is by Recollections. It is a card base cut down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and my panel papers are by Recollections and Fawn. So I'm going to go ahead and start stacking my panels to the front of my card base using my Ultra Bond adhesive glue. While I was making this card, it was so funny because I began to think about the ginger snaps that I used to eat growing up as a kid. They were in the brown bag. Oh my goodness, they were so good. I love ginger snaps. And then the ginger cookies with the sprinkles on top. Oh, so good. Next up, I'm bringing in my large frame and I'm going to position it to where I want it to be on my card. I'm going to take this pencil and mark it, just put a few little markings on here because I'm going to add a backdrop to my frame. So I'm just lining it up and then I'm going to just press it on down. And I'm just checking just to make sure it's where I want it to be. And ta-da! It's lined up where I want it to be. Now I prepared my little gingerbread friends off camera. They are so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and take the larger gingerbread and I'm just going to go ahead and position her in my frame. And then I'm just going to go ahead and glue her down. And then once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and add adhesive glue around the back of my frame and then place it on the front of my card. Once I'm done pressing her down, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my mini gingerbread and I'm going to repeat the same process. However, the only difference is I'm going to glue his background to his back. And I just snip his little feet. Now I'm just lining him up just to see where I want to position him at. And since a part of the frame is hanging off of the larger frame, I'm going to add a couple of foam strips just to add a little bit of stability. Once I removed the backing from my foam strips, I went ahead and added my adhesive glue to the back of my gingerbread man and I placed him on the front of my card. It's coming together. Next, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my sentiment and just glue that to the front as well. Next up, I am bringing in my present and my candy cane that I prepared off camera, and I'm just gluing this on too. So that's all we're doing right now. We're just gluing everything on. No coloring, nothing. We're just gluing everything on. So next I decided, okay, I need to add something extra to this card. So I cut out some snowflakes on vellum paper and I began to glue them to the card. And then I looked like, okay, I cannot see these snowflakes. So I went back to the drawing board and I cut out gold snowflakes, and I'm glad I did. Sometimes you'll start creating and something doesn't turn out the way you wanted and you'll have to try something different. That is okay. It is. Embrace the process. It's just all a part of being creative. Next up, I'm bringing in my Stickles. I love this stuff. And I'm going to add it to my holly berry plant and the buttons on my mini gingerbread man. I love this stuff. It's so cool. And see how it's adding that little extra touch to the card. I really like that. Finally, I'm bringing in my Wink of Stella brush just to add a little bit of glitter to his bow tie. Ta-da! This card is done, and I love the colors. I love how this turned out. You can stamp a sentiment on the inside, or you can write a handwritten note. That's it. Now off camera, I did make another card that I wanted to show you. I just changed the background, I added some twine on the side, and I did not stack my Merry Sentiment. But I just love these cards, they're so cute. I can't wait to give them out this year. As always, I thank you so much for tuning in on today. Do not forget to subscribe. Share this video with someone, please share the love. Do not forget to click the thumbs up, the notification bell, leave a comment below, and check out my blog at thediaryofbellerose.com. The links to all the products used today will be listed down below and on my blog. Until next time, please take care.